Hello friends, it's me, and today let's watch Food Theory. Are Chick-Fil-A sandwiches overrated from the food theorist? Together, let's go, let's start. Thank you.
Is Chick-fil-A overrated? It's the chicken sandwich that hogs the spotlight, but are there other chicken sandwiches flying under the radar that are just better?
Yes.
What?
Are you okay?
Today, we're finding the cream of the cluck cluck crop and showing you why you should leave Chick-fil-A behind for good.
Wow. What?
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's literally chewing on the facts.
This chicken's incredible.
Remarkably pickle forward.
That's right, today
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory.
we're finally putting one big argument to rest. What is the best fast food chicken sandwich? When we covered the best pizza a couple of months ago, Lee and I got into a bit of a debate because while he did convert me to a Papa John's lover back in that episode, I stayed firm in my belief that Popeyes is the best fast food chicken sandwich. He's a Chick-fil-A kind of guy, and personally, I think it's overrated, especially since they changed up their fries, but that's a story for another time. So what better way to find an answer than by putting the chicken where our mouths are? 6 of us will be blindfolded while trying out 7 different chicken sandwiches, and our combined scores will determine which one is the best. And hey, because Taste-O-Vision won't become a thing until 2042, we won't reveal which sandwich is which until the end, so you can play along and guess which fast food chain each sandwich is from. Write down your guesses in the comments below and let us know if you were right in the end. And let us know
Wow, that is actually quite clever. Playing along with the audiences. With me, with you, yeah!
which sandwich you think will reign chicken supreme. So get out your napkins as we dive in mouth first. Now, before we get started, it's important to mention
I'm gonna guess Popeye's chicken sandwich because I remember back then there was a huge craze for it a few years ago.
that not all chicken sandwiches are the same. I mean, that's why we're doing this, but to be more specific, some places offer a very simple chicken sandwich that is simply a bun, chicken, and maybe a pickle. But in other places, the most basic sandwich comes with lettuce or sauce or maybe both or more, which means some may contain more ingredients than others, which is why we're blindfolding ourselves so that we can't pick them apart just by visual differences. The contenders we got are obviously the favorites, Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, with the Big Burger 3, McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, followed by the classic but often left behind KFC. And rounding off the list is the newest on the scene of all of these, Raising Cane's. The 3 things we'll be rating in each sandwich are chicken ratio, how much chicken there is versus everything else going on in the sando, chicken quality, how good the chicken actually is, and overall experience. How does it all come together for a pleasurable tasting experience? Obviously, we couldn't go by sight, and let's say some people, definitely totally not me, really went the extra mile when it came to taste.
If you're gonna do this right, you need to split the buns and lick down the middle.
Pardon me?
Taste judging methods aside, let's get started with sandwich number 1 and see what our initial thoughts were.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's a unique flavor.
That is a unique flavor.
That's a unique flavor. I think I like this. I think I like this a good bit. Interesting sauce.
I hate it.
Really?
It's texture and quality. I don't like it at all.
The lettuce is like a down point towards it. The flavor's coming from sauce. I am
Yeah.
not tasting any chicken.
Bad. That's bad.
Okay, so some mixed opinions on the first sandwich. But now,
Alright, so these individuals are the hosts for the GT Live, the host for the Game Theorists, the host for the Food Tier, the host for the Film Theorists. So it's Ash, Tom, Film Theorist is what? The film Lee, and Food Theorist is who? The Sanji! Yeah!
we get to the critical part, which is asking everyone what they thought regarding our 3 categories.
Chicken ratio, I took that bite and it was like, hey, what if your entire mouth was filled with sauce? So, like, chicken ratio is like a 1.
I would give that chicken ratio, I would put that at a 4. There's a lot of chicken in that.
Pretty good, in my opinion. 4. I'm gonna say 3.
It is a lot of chicken.
It is.
So I'm gonna go with a 4.
I agree. I prefer the chicken to have like a higher percentage of real estate within my sandwich. This did it really well. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well.
Pretty much everyone gave this a good score except for Lee, who felt he pretty much only got sauce. Let's see if their opinions on the chicken itself are positive.
The quality doesn't taste of anything.
And the chicken itself was juicy. There was just no
Flavor.
Yeah, there was no oomph.
I'm gonna say
2.
I think I'm gonna go 3.
Good. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say 4. Agree, 4.
It's up there. I'd give it a 4.
I disagree. I think the breading, it was a lot of chicken, which is great.
Yeah.
But the breading Didn't have much flavor to it. The seasoning is not there. It's dry, and it's just not flavored
It's
well.
dry for you?
Yeah. It is a 2.
Chicken quality scores were a bit all over the place, but surprisingly, we all gave the overall experience similar scores. But I felt that the sauce compensated for the overall sandwich, so I did give it a higher score. Once we totaled everything up, sandwich number 1 got a 20 for chicken ratio, 19 for chicken quality, and a 20 for overall experience, giving it a total of 59, which is a solid start, probably. No frame of reference. We'll find out more in sandwich number 2.
Kind of dry. Very dry.
Oh, so much more chicken.
That's immediately better.
The thing I will say, the sandwich as a whole is incredibly dry because there's nothing else going on in this.
This is a great bun feel, I gotta say right now. Remarkably pickle forward, which I am not mad at. The chicken itself is kind of bland.
I'm grazing the entire thing, and like I can barely tell when the chicken ends and the bread begins, and that's not a good sign.
Dry, if it's there at all, is the last thing you want to hear about chicken in a sandwich. So, unsurprisingly, a low score for most of us, except for Tom and Lee believing it to be a better quality than sandwich number 1. With chicken ratio next, I'm starting to realize that Tom and Lee being contrarians is a bit of a theme.
Ratio is much better. I'd say that's like a 4.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
The bread and the chicken are indistinguishable because they're both so dry, and the ratio gets thrown off because of that. I'm gonna give this a 1.
It's dry. I can feel it in my esophagus, but the pickle is a very good pickle. I'm gonna give it like a 2.
Mine did have like chicken, its little butt sticking out. It's a good butt ratio. Maybe a 3.
I was also gonna say 3.
When it comes to our experience rankings, finally, we're all on the same page. For now.
At best a 2 because I agree I do kind of like pickle. That's at best a 2.
It's a 2.
2. Needs more on it.
I'm gonna say 3. I'll be generous.
I was getting a little slippage on the bun. I would rate the sandwich experience probably like a 2.
Like, the flavors were really good, but I think I can't go higher than a 2, but there wasn't like anything stand outish, and there was nothing to kind of bring the whole thing together.
Look at us being in agreement. One big happy family. So with a 17 for chicken ratio, 17 for chicken quality, and 13 for overall experience, sandwich number 2 had a total of 47, 12 points less than sandwich number 1, putting it at the bottom of our scoreboard. Sandwich number 3 got a little bit of hate early on.
No.
Oh, so much mayo.
I recognize the taste of the breading. It's very Burger King forward.
Ash and I, however, hated it a lot.
What? What? What?
No,
What?
You don't have a. Oh my God, what's going on? What are you doing? Are you okay?
Everything's fine. Fine.
This chicken sandwich
Amy!
was so
From the Style Tourists! Hello, everyone.
bad that we almost lost Ash entirely. Thank the chicken gods Amy was there to help them, because under the blindfold, I had no idea what was happening. While Ash recovers from that first bite, let's check in with everyone else's opinion on the chicken ratio.
Chicken ratio, I would say maybe like a 2 out of 5.
I'd have put it at a 3.
Okay, so here's a recommendation. Maybe try eating it while sitting down instead of standing up so that you do not fall down. Suggestion, just a recommendation. Sorry.
I don't think it's like overwhelming, but I feel like it's middle of the road for me.
The chicken is the same consistency as the bread. I don't appreciate that.
What chicken? There was chicken?
Yeah, couldn't tell.
1.
Absolutely not.
That is literally one of the worst things I put in my mouth. I don't even know, and I'm not gonna take another bite.
I did not get enough chicken in that bite because it was so wet and mushy. If that was chicken, something happened to it.
Okay, so relatively low scores for that one. And if you hadn't guessed already, it doesn't get much better.
1.
1.
Like a 2.
I think I might go 1. I'm really not a fan of that.
1.
Yeah, I'll say 1.
This is the worst sandwich by far.
So after a quick and very disappointing round, sandwich number 3 got a total score of 26. 26! I'm pretty sure a sandwich made out of one of those squeaky rubber chicken toys would have gotten a higher score.
I know exactly what this is.
No, I don't like that.
That's so dry.
And there's only pickle.
Ratio again, I'd put that about 4.
I agree. Ratio about 4.
I'll say this is a 3. It is a fairly thick patty, and it feels uniform, but there's a lot of bread.
I have to agree. I was actually gonna give the ratio a 2.
That was a winner right there for me.
Yeah, I'd say 1.
Although people had their suspicions about which chain this chicken sandwich was from, people couldn't ignore the fact it was dry and bready and clearly not enough chicken. In general, Tom and Lee were being much more generous with their scorings, resulting in a 4 from both. But the rest of us needed more than a pickle to be satisfied. satisfied, as proven by our scores for the remaining categories.
I'm gonna go with a 2 here because it is very dry. It's not crunch. It's really salty.
As this sandwich deconstructed before my very eyes, which are blindfolded, the chicken, it became very evident to me, was quite dry and hard on the outside. I'm actually gonna give it a 2.
No.
Yeah, like a 1.
Quality, I think I'm gonna put that at a 3. It was fine.
Quality. Oh, dude, that was a 5 because that was Chick-Fil-A.
It's
The
dropping
actual
down,
sandwich
it's
experience
dropping
honestly
down.
was poorer than I would have hoped. It was a 3.
Yeah, I'd give that about a 3. Solid experience, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I'm sticking with a 3. I like the pickle. I like how it's pickle forward. I also like how it's distinct.
I'll agree. I don't think I can go as high as a 3 though. I do like the pickle, but it's very briny, very salty. I don't like the sweetness of the bun and then the chicken breading. So like for me, it's a 2.
1.
1.
Once again, Caitlin and Jarek are coming in hot with their scoring of, what was it again?
That was a 1er right there for me. Yeah, like a 1. 1.
Okay, 1. I got it. Jeez. Ash and I weren't much more generous with our scores of 2. Tom and Lee, on the other hand, were giving much higher scores. Although, I'm not sure if that has something to do with Lee already guessing which chain this was. I'm on to you. Regardless, the scores were in, and with pretty similar scores in all categories. 14 for both chicken ratio and quality, and then a 13 for experience. Sandwich number 4 got a score of 41, putting it in 3rd place. So maybe Chick-Fil-A isn't the best chicken sandwich. I mean, sandwich number 4. So we don't know if it is or it isn't Chick-fil-A. You know, it's just, on to the next sandwich.
Ratio's pretty good.
A lot of sauce. I'm like getting real saucy up in here.
Oh, see, mine is not. Mine's kind of dry.
I'm oozing the sauce. Mine's wet.
Hate that. I hated that so much.
Whoa, tremendously different feel.
I can feel the weight. I kind of want to rub this on me.
I need to like marinate in this thing. It's so good. Bro, we're aligned.
No, I don't like it at all.
I'm undecided.
You know how sometimes when you take a bite of like chicken, like store-bought chicken or like fried chicken that you buy like in a bag, some of the pieces will have like that tendon in it. I feel like I just got a big bite of tendon.
The chicken is nice and crispy. There's a lot of it. I like the pickles. Something about that sauce that isn't sitting right with me.
Chicken ratio, I'd say that was a solid like 3. There's a solid amount of chicken in here.
I got quite a lot. I'm gonna actually put that out of 4, similar to the
Valid.
others.
It's like a 4.
I would say about a 2 for me.
Got a good amount of chicken. I'd say 4.
Okay, so there are some big opinions on this one, with a wide range of rankings for chicken ratio. But what did everyone say about the quality?
This is the 5est 5.
Fat 5.
It's juicy, it's crunchy, it's got that seasoning.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this topped. It's that good.
1.
Really?
Awful.
You don't.
Terrible.
It's very firm again. I'm gonna put that at a 2.
Say a 3. Room for improvement.
Yeah, I'd say 3 as well.
All I'm saying is Ash is the only one invited to my dinner parties from now on.
Based on my half, probably overall a 3.
I'm trying to like combine the 2 bites that were very different. The first one was very dry and took a while to chew through. The second one was quite wet though, but I'm gonna say 2.
Like a 2.
Yeah, it's a 2.
I'm gonna give this a 5.
This is a 5. It is like the perfect mix of like sauce and breading and the bread and the chicken and the pickles. Just,
That was so good.
If you hadn't guessed by mine and Ash's very vocal response to the sandwich and finishing the entire thing, this was our personal highest scoring sandwich of the experiment. I gave it straight 5s, while Ash gave their overall experience a 4 instead. But I wasn't convinced I would have another chicken sandwich experience like this one. Maybe it was the flavor. Maybe it was that I was blindfolded that made the experience all the more pleasurable. Note to self for something else. But at the end of the round, sandwich number 5 had a total score of 60. 19 for both chicken quality and overall experience, and 22 for chicken ratio. Our highest score for that category so far. This put sandwich number 5 at the top of our leaderboard, just 1 point above the previous leader, sandwich number 1. But based on my experience, I was unsure anything would beat it. But we still had 2 more sandwiches to chomp down on and give our take.
This is a little guy. It's just a little guy.
This is itty bitty.
See?
I'm familiar. This is a familiar one. It's not pleasant, but I've done this before.
That feels very McDonald's-y. The lettuce and the mayo, their chicken has a very certain taste to me.
The chicken is like softer than the other ones were.
Surely this is McDonald's. Immediately, that lettuce.
This does feel like McDonald's.
It's really bland. The mayo is the only thing giving this flavor.
There's mayo on this?
Here's the thing. It tastes like it has a lot of breading, but not a lot of chicken.
For me, this is like, you know when you walk far enough into the ocean on the beach and the sand starts to get like flat and smooth again? Like you're not getting the texture there, right? There's nothing going on. That's the breading for me. Now, the chicken is thin. It's not the most flavorful, but I can tell that it's there.
Already, we had some
Okay,
big
to be
suspicions.
fair, that is a very unique way of description, so wow.
on what this might be. That being said, it didn't make us like the sandwich anymore. If you agree with Tom, Lee, Jerica, and Caitlin, leave a comment below. If you don't, hit that subscribe button. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Chicken ratio, I'm gonna give a 2.
My CR rating is also a 2.
That's like a 1.
Yeah, that's like a 1.
Maybe a 3. 1.
This was the general theme for how everyone scored the rest of the categories on this sandwich.
Yeah, 1. Yeah.
I know.
It's like a 1.
Yeah, it's
This
not
is
good.
bad. It's like a 1.
Yeah.
The only thing interesting from this round was realizing how in sync Ash and I were.
I'll give it a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 2 as well.
You know what? I'm gonna give the overall sandwich a 3.
Me too!
Let's go. Are you high-fiving right
Yes,
now?
double
Oh, wait.
high five.
Oh, there's 2?
No, no.
Oh, God.
Okay, kind of in sync. 3/5 in sync. Lance, Chris, and Joey. No, JC, you're just in. Wow, anyone else just get deja vu? Sandwich number 6 was
Deja
not
vu?
good. Just
I just
overall
been to
felt
this place
bland, which is
before.
what led to
I
it
am
getting
on
a
the
total
street.
score of 32. Not the worst sandwich so far, but it was far behind all the others. The only thing that saved it from being at the bottom was our overall experience scores being a little higher all around. So looking at our current leaderboard, we have sandwich number 3 dead last with 26 points, sandwich number 5 in first place, and sandwich number 1 point behind. Sandwich number 2 is currently holding third place with 12 points behind. But that was all about to change as we moved on to our final sandwich.
Not saucy, but tasty.
Breading is much crispier on this one.
Okay, one more chop.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Wow. What?
Huh. And like, it's a weird experience. I'm weirding out, man.
This is the textural experience of this breading is throwing me for a loop.
And the chicken. I don't know if I love it or hate it.
Oh, this is a thick boy. Oh, there's so much chicken.
This is incredible.
This is good breading.
There's an excellent crunch.
There's pickle in there as well, which is, but again, not too much, so it's not overpowering.
All right, looks like we have a contender for the podium. Not all of us were in love with this sandwich, but quite a few of us were taken aback by the flavor. But now it's time to see what we thought of the chicken ratio.
I'm gonna give it a 3. It's a little uneven. I got some bites where it was like a lot of chicken, and then other bites where like it wasn't.
I agree on the ratio. I think this is a 3. The breading takes up an alarming amount of space in the mouth.
It does.
I put that at 5.
This is a 5. This is like
Top
a
tier.
massive chunk of chicken.
And because compared to all the there's other ingredients, it just stands out.
Yeah, the other ingredients are a garnish upon this chicken.
I was a 4.
Yeah, it was pretty good. 4.
Chicken quality here was high across the board. We all agreed on 4s, except Tom and Lee, who actually gave 2 other 5s. The chicken ratio is really what ended up being the downfall of the overall experience for the sandwich, for some of us.
I'll give it a 3.
Yes, I agree. Like the breading has so much potential, it just goes on in clumps, and that's a detriment to the experience.
Yep.
But overall, I thought the bun was fine. I thought the chicken was great. It's just the breading that made such a statement that I was literally knocked off of my feet.
Let's go 4, actually.
Probably a 3.
I like the flavor.
I need more on my sandwich.
This is a 5. This is incredible.
This is a perfect queen sweep across the board.
Yeah.
In fact, Lee loved this sandwich so much that he refused to put it down so we could move on, which resulted in this amazing soundbite.
Oh my gosh.
I'm laughing because you're laughing, but I assumed he just ate the entire thing in one go.
Yes.
Come on, Kirby.
But I got the full profile angle of it.
Despite it seeming inconsistent, this sandwich ran away with the lead. 24 for ratio, 26 for chicken quality, and 23 for overall experience. If you've been keeping track of the numbers during this episode, these are the highest scores for every category, with 26 being the highest number we've had, and coincidentally, the total score of sandwich number 3. So yeah, based on that, this sandwich is the winner with a total score of 73, 13 points above the current leader. I was shocked that the lead would be extended this much, but we can't
Surprise.
go celebrating just yet. We still don't know which fast food chain is which.
This one's Raising Cane's.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think this one's Raising Cane's.
This is Raising Cane's.
Yes.
Then it's Raising Cane's.
Okay, yeah, that one.
You are correct.
Raising Cane sauce, man. That's the only thing I've heard about this place is that the sauce is really good and the chicken is really bland.
Chick-Fil-A.
I think this might be KFC.
I'm gonna go Wendy's.
I think this is Chick-Fil-A.
I disagree.
Really?
There was a certain flavor profile associated with the Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna say McDonald's.
Ash is correct.
Woo!
What?
This was the one you guys took one bite of and like had a fit.
I know what this is.
I think it's Burger King.
It's Burger King.
It has
It's
to be Burger
100%
King.
Burger King. That is the worst thing ever.
BK.
Yeah, I'm going with her.
We're vehemently convinced
Almost
it's the chicken.
positive that's the chicken from Burger King.
And you are correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
This is KFC.
You think KFC?
Nice.
No, I don't think it's KFC.
I'm
I have no
gonna
idea.
guess. Go Wendy's.
You are both wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
so Wendy's.
We'll change to Wendy's.
You are both wrong.
This is Chick-fil-A, I
It
agree.
has to be Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
It is Chick-fil-A.
I worked at Chick-fil-A for a year. I had Chick-fil-A sandwiches like 4 times a week. It was
not
it was
healthy.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's not.
I guess with KFC. I don't.
Sure. I guess that's my only.
You're correct.
No. Why are they putting sauce on it?
I'm gonna say Popeyes because I haven't had Popeyes in years.
I'm gonna
They
say
taste like,
Wendy's.
so I'm just
Both wrong.
gonna- Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, that's fair.
Popeyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's Popeyes.
Easy.
You are both wrong.
What?
It was KFC.
Wow!
There's no way.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Sandwich number 6. This is the little guy.
McDonald's.
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 That tasted like McDonald's to me.
No way. No way. Wendy's.
You're both wrong.
What?
Wrong. Yeah. Wendy's.
There we go.
Interesting.
There we go.
You have one left. What was your final sandwich?
Popeyes.
So that was the best chicken sandwich, and in my heart of hearts, I know it wasn't Chick-fil-A because it was the best one. I'm gonna say it was Chick-fil-A, even though it wasn't.
It was indeed Popeyes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
then I'm gonna go KFC.
we'll lock in KFC.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Because if the other one's KFC, this is Popeyes.
Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Correct.
Yes.
That is
I
Popeyes.
am
I'm
shocked.
so shocked right now.
Now that we have our sandwiches revealed,
Surprise!
let's return to the scoreboard. In last and certainly least place, Burger King, followed by Wendy's, and then by, perhaps the biggest shock here, Chick-fil-A. McDonald's ended up getting a higher overall score than Chick-fil-A. Rounding off the podium, we have Raising Cane's taking the bronze, KFC shocking everyone with the silver, and Popeyes comfortably taking the gold as the cream of the cluck crop and best fast food chicken sandwich. Unsurprisingly, places that specialized in chicken were the ones that got themselves on the podium. The only outlier here was Chick-fil-A. As for our predictions, Ash stands above all of us with 6 out of 7 correct. Hi. I made an oopsie.
Sorry.
Ash didn't win. We tied! Though I'm happy that my opinion of Popeyes was also proven right. It was the best overall sandwich, with Tom, Lee, Jerica, and Caitlin all giving it their highest score. So if you're looking for a chicken sandwich that ticks all these boxes, a high chicken to sandwich ratio, an amazing chicken quality, and overall good experience, then look no further than Popeyes. Or at least a chain where the focus is solely on chicken, as long as apparently that chain isn't Chick-fil-A. And please, for the love of all things tasty, do not go to Burger King. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Buen provecho. And hey, if you want to see more, make sure to click the link on the screen now. And as always, I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for watching this video, but hey, that's just a theory. A food theory! Buen burrito. Hopefully I'm not... Alright, sorry. Bon appetit! Subscribe, thank you.